Hey guys, welcome back to Human No Resource. So we're going to do episode 6 for Love is Blind UK season 1.
Yeah.
So listen, all the couples are in their lovely resorts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're enjoying their relaxing and all that.
And then we see Demi and Ollie obviously at the poolside, and they're trying to hash it out, talk about the issue. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't like Demi's approach. I don't think it's effective at all. I'm the type of person like Angela Bassett went into Exhale. I'm gonna be straight in there and say, listen, I don't like the way you were.
So
that's who I
basically
am. No, Angela Bassett was not crazy, okay? She had a valid reason. Like Demi has a valid reason to be angry, so I don't even like the fact that he...
Anyways, I think it did work for her in the past in her previous relationship, but it's not working at this point.
It's not working right now because
he's dodging it.
He doesn't want to read the room at all.
Mm-hmm.
And what I don't like is, for example, like she knows she's bothered, but instead of her saying, listen, I don't like the way you are, avoiding and all that stuff, she would go to him, lie down onto him like this. Mm-hmm. He would look at her and she'd be like this.
And he would say to her, you know, I didn't like it when you were silent the other day.
Yes. It's
like... He gaslit the shit out of her, you guys. So
he actually did, because he created the problem, made her feel very insecure, then tells her your insecurity is valid. Okay, you have a right to get angry and jealous and all that stuff. And then on top of that, at the end, he said, listen, next time you feel happy, put it on your face. When we're in an environment.
I think he's a genius of manipulation at this point.
But she does something. She said something that was very, very... I understood her, rather. She said, listen, I was not ready for the conversation between you and Kat. That's true. What kind of man or woman would be ready to see your significant others hashing out a dispute with their... what would have been their...
A woman who is certain and comfortable in the relationship she is in, you know what I mean? So obviously she's not comfortable in this relationship.
I understand that. It's nerve-wracking, which is why I say you gotta put on an Angela Bassett face. You gotta always stay ready. So next we have Benaya and Nicole. I like their setting the most. It was super cute. And they're talking about things that they like, things they didn't like, things that they aligned with, getting the corks out of the way. They mentioned, like, listen, physical and emotional is very important in a relationship. I agree. Everybody agrees.
Of course.
And then she shares a personal thought. I really care about who I share my body with.
Things that we don't need to know. I'm sorry, Nicole. She freaks me out.
No, I understand she's sharing it with him.
out.
I get it, because maybe they want to get intimate. And she even told him that, listen, I didn't get intimate until I was in my 30s. Because that's not like average,
we
right?
all thought 30s, but when she said 20s,
I'm like,
okay.
Stop trying to be an outlier, girl.
Like, it's not what you just said is not special. Like, okay. Well, the thing that I like the most is we're seeing a little bit more of Benaya's personality. You know what I mean? He's more open. He's more happy. He's enjoying. I like it. I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy. But for Nicole, I don't know.
So here we have it right now. Freddie and Kat in a perfect environment. But do you think that environment's going to stop Kat from saying what she want to say? 100%
Absolutely
no.
not.
She went straight by saying, listen, Freddie, is there anybody going to be weird that we're engaged right now? Basically, she's saying, do you have any chicks on the side?
Yeah.
Let's get real. And he said, like, no, like I'm
a decent guy.
nothing wrong.
Introvert.
And she was looking at him saying, he didn't answer the question. Do you have any girls that might possibly slash my throat when I come around? And he was like, whoa, I just told you I'm an introvert. I don't go out. My circle is small.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, she didn't get the satisfaction that she really wanted. And then she told him, like, listen, yeah.
She's
provoke
him.
You know,
She's fishing.
instigating, fishing. And she says to him, you know, do you trust me? And he says, of course I trust you. You know, do you trust me? And she says, I trust you, but it's gonna take me a bit longer. The whole time I'm like, longer for what?
Yeah.
And literally, guys, it was so quiet for a bit. And I know Kat, she's not satisfied yet.
Yeah, she's not.
She's still fishing. And Demi, take notes. She punched him with the question. She said, have you ever cheated before?
And it's weird that she asked that question right now, I feel like. Because they should have asked that question in the pods.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I believe those are pods question.
Well, better now than ever, right?
They had 10 days.
And he says, shocking, I did cheat. I didn't think he was a cheating type.
Throw him in jail, you guys. Throw him in jail.
No, but I didn't think he was a cheating type. Did you guys think he was a cheating type?
I didn't sense that.
So.
He's just too good looking to cheat.
Maybe the looks part, you'd be like, cheater from a distance or playboy from the distance. But after you get to know him, you kind of sense that, you're harmless. But he cheated, guys.
But he did do it when he was like super young. Like he did it in his
7
early
years ago or something like that.
Yeah, like in his early
long time ago.
20s, I would say.
And he said, I regret it.
I learned from it.
He basically...
There's growth.
Looks like he did the work. And then she says, but do you see how to piss somebody off? I'm like, whoa there.
It's like
Don't
she
try to school him
finally
now.
found that one thing where she could use it against him.
I'm like,
or,
Kat,
you know.
And then after he said, like, is that going to change anything between us? And she says, listen, I respect you, but I'm the type of person that once a cheater, always a cheater. Is that true?
It really depends, I feel
I
like.
think it depends too.
Yeah, especially if you did it when you were a teenager, early 20s, and you never did it again, then yeah. Like,
should have asked
you're
him
not going to cheat again, I'm assuming.
She should have asked him the question about how many girlfriends did you have
Mm-hmm.
since the last time you cheated. I'd be curious to know, because if that was his last,
See,
if
these
that
are
was his
all
last,
pod questions.
wait, because if let's say she said she's 7 years ago and that was his last girlfriend, so it's like, ooh, there's a possibility you might do it again. That I can put the two and two together.
Sure.
But even said, oh, I had 3 girlfriends since
Mm-hmm.
the last time I cheated, and you never cheated. I said, okay, then we might have. It was a hiccup.
It was a hiccup,
and we're better now.
And you learn from it. There's growth and all that.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I would say it's I'd play by ear, but it's definitely something cautious. Like I would be like, you have it in your capacity.
So in the next scene, we see the couples in this resort party, and we have Catherine and Demi having this weird and awkward conversation. Catherine says to Demi, "You haven't been yourself. What's going on? You've been quiet."
Yeah, even Freddie doesn't know you, and he's saying, why is Demi so quiet? And then she
Yeah.
goes, but I'm not quiet though.
Even though she said that,
That right there.
Yeah, it was quiet.
quiet.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, then what it is? You know, what is it though? And she goes, we're really upset.
Who's upset?
And then Demi said, but listen, I don't want that to be a reflection of Ollie though. I just feel like whenever he's with the lad, he's uppity and he's high and everything. But when he's with me, we're affectionate and we're close with each other and whatnot. And somehow it turned into this weird move where they get drinks and she goes, we're going to cheer. And like, Kaz's like, we're going to cheer to this. And she goes, what are we cheering for? To the Demi that we used to know and how we really want her back.
Because she definitely vanished. You know, at one point, you could see that Demi was a little bit annoyed with this conversation. Yeah, she was really... It was an awkward conversation, let's be honest. I feel like even one point, Catherine was basically saying that, you know what, I sacrificed my happiness with Ollie for you to get with him. You know, I felt like that.
But I am happy. And then she goes, well, then show us.
Yeah, because I stopped pursuing him because of you. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Oh my God, such an awkward... She's forcing her to show us. Even Ollie said, put that happiness on your face when we're in public.
No, we're not going to act. I'm sorry.
2 of them are like telling her to fix her face.
Now, in this scene, I feel like it was the climax of episode 6. God. Okay, you have Bobby and Ollie having a conversation. Jasmine comes through and she said, scoot, move it. And she sat down next to Ollie and literally...
She goes,
she
listen,
was on fire.
it's either you feel it or you don't. Where is your head at? Do you even like her or not? And he says, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this one. Yes, and I'm working on it. And guys, it got heated, the argument, to the point where she was saying, you're getting a bit pissy. Like, you're getting mad. And he's like,
Sweetheart,
how do I have to tell you this?
You need to check your energy.
Yeah.
Listen, the reality is you could have a conversation, a respectful conversation about Demi to Ollie, but you coming all angry and pissed off, that's not your place, I feel like. It's not your place to be pissed off.
You mean it was unnecessary, the heat?
It was very unnecessary.
Because I
And
believe
feel
it's
like
her place.
You believe it's her... Yes, it is her place to actually have a respectful conversation about it. But to be angry and pissed off, no, absolutely not. I feel like she's bringing some of her past trauma. And I feel like she's literally bringing her past trauma.
You know her past traumas?
Yeah, because she has been cheated on. She had a rough relationship. And now I feel like when she's talking to Ollie, she's literally talking to her ex-boyfriend. That's what I see.
The way I see it is this way. I feel like for the longest... Jasmine has been carrying Ollie and Demi's relationship, the brute of the relationship, on her back, being Demi's therapist, her motivator, boosting her security, and she is trying to allocate all this responsibility on Ollie. Here, have the problem you created and go ahead and address it with your woman. I'm here for my own experience. That's how I saw it. And with that, Ollie does go, and Demi, it's like Jasmine just said, it's your cue right now, go in. And then after Demi walks over to Ollie and was like, do you want to go for a walk, Ollie? And he goes, no.
Absolutely.
And what have you been telling people about me? And she goes,
Deflecting.
I've been telling nothing. I think they're just reading my body language. Then why is Jasmine interrogating me, talking about where's my head at? I don't know where my head is at just as much as you don't know where your head's at.
Yeah, not that she reassures him and said, you know what, I love you.
Especially, why am I being villainized and scrutinized by a girl you don't even know?
And this is why I like Demi. She comes back and said, you know what, I know my girl. Okay, that's my girl. I know her. And she defended her.
Yeah, guys, did you notice that? He is not only, it's like he's brainwashing her. Like he's misleading the argument. He's basically trying to get her by repeating it several times. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. I don't know where my head's at. You don't know where your head's at. He is basically allocating responsibility for the failure of the relationship too.
Yeah.
When it's solely him. you're the one who's tanking this relationship.
It is.
It's very clear.
That's
Like, Kat's out here saying, why don't you put a smile on for once in a while? You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, why don't you be happy? I can't be happy if you're out here on our relationship. It's not working. And you know how I know that's true? Because he uses this segue. He goes, you know what? Nobody has my back.
Yeah.
And because of that, I want to go. And another thing I want to mention too is, if you have your friend interrogating me and putting pressure on me, like, do you feel it's going to make our relationship closer or farther? She goes, farther.
Farther. Oh.
Exactly. That's my cue. Thank
No,
you.
because a mature person would say, okay, why is your friends coming to me with this whole, concerns? I should go to you and fix something. Because you don't give her a safe place to actually, raise her concerns, speak normal, speak from her heart and what's going on. And he left her there.
Well, guys, let's talk about this one. If your significant other is pissed, let's say you guys had a fight, would you guys leave as a united front so that kind of public doesn't take attention to it? Or would you do the way they did it? He left and she just kind of stayed behind.
No, it's insane. I'm
I
sorry.
would leave as, even though we're fighting, I'd say at least they have a united fight. We'll deal with that at home.
Exactly.
Now we're at the part of the journey where everybody leaves the oasis and they go back to London, okay?
Listen,
capital city.
Can I say something? The London apartments are gorgeous compared to the USA. Like, shame on you,
spacious.
a USA. You're supposed to do better.
But what if they have rat problems?
I highly doubt it. I think that's a France issue. You
Paris
know what I mean?
and New York.
Or New York, yeah. Ugh. Okay, so right now we finally see a serious conversation between.
Actually, Paris is bed bugs. So what does London have then?
gray weather. I don't know.
Okay, go.
Okay, so finally we see Tom and Maria having a serious conversation when it comes to career and how Tom said, you know what, I judged you because you're a makeup artist and all that, and I'm a powerful, high PR executive, and with my big boy pants and all that.
I get wire transfers and you get cash.
Yeah. Other than that, she gets emotional. She gets pissed off a little bit because the man she loves is judging her because of the career choices that she made.
You know, I'm thinking this is the problem here. Tom probably comes from an environment where he sees a lot of women that are competing in corporate UK to be partners and stuff like that. And along comes this girl who has an unconventional job, and he's thinking, that really isn't impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, let's be real, Tom, your past experience with these women didn't work out. Yeah. Probably you do need a woman who is not that corporate girl.
Do you think it's an innocent thought?
I think it was.
That needs a little tuning, or do you think he, at his core value, like place a lot of emphasis on, what you do as work, as status? Oh, you don't have a good job, then you're nothing.
I'm hoping it's not that serious, but we're still learning about this guy.
Yeah, because for me, I feel like he's an open-minded guy. Till now, I think he's an open-minded guy.
So far.
And yeah, I don't see a problem yet. Yo, I cringe when I see men like compete with women in environments like that.
Especially work environments, yeah.
Yeah, cringe.